Indie fam, Victor Brooks here and welcome to the Victor Brooks Show Indie Fam series on Instagram. Thank you so much, y'all. Y'all come on in here. Come on in here today and let's maybe meet your next favorite musician, right? And go on the site and go on the feed and see some of our previous episodes of the musicians that have come through, the artists that have come through, and I see you lining up here. Thank you so much, Cassia. Sean Mead, my brother, LA, California, or wherever you are in the world, man. Much love, much respect. Thank you for being in here, Sean. Y'all come on here, Indie Fam, Positivity Posse. I'm Victor Brooks once again, and welcome to the Victor Brooks Show Indie Fam series here on Instagram. As many of you know, we started this format exclusively for the artist and their journey. We invite the artist on and we talk about their journey. We talk about what gives that artist their passion for what it is that they give us for the world. And we've met some incredible artists and all over the world. I mean, for our guests from Japan, from Angola, Africa, Brazil, here in the U.S. as well, Chicago, Orlando, Florida. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to Greensboro, North Carolina, where we will welcome Tambra J and A Melo'D today. You've seen the promos and I've received your emails that you can't wait for the episode so we can get into it and talk of their journey. And know what fuels their passion, know where to follow, know where to download, like any artist we bring here. We're up to over 1,200 Indie Fam members worldwide, ladies and gentlemen. And it's growing every week. Every week I get new emails from artists around the world, either from themselves or from people who are referring them to the show, and that makes me happy, right? Because that's what this is all about. It's about connecting the artist in our small way to the world, to the new audience, to support of artistry. We see the promos on the feed of different, when we're scrolling through, you know, and we hear the music and we see, we hear what it is that they are giving us as artists. But it's something about being able to sit down, you know, and listen to them and talk to them. Like our past guest here, Paint Piano Purple, Michael, how are you? You are much love and much respect. Hey, Julie, my sister Julie McKnight here, one of our co-producers of the Victor Brooks Show Facebook Live. We got Twin Walker, just came in and kicked in. What's happening, my brother from Miami, Florida? God, those were some good days when I lived in Miami. 17 at 7 has just joined us out of Saint-Denis, France. Oh, you all follow the page right here at 17 at 7 soulfully. Astrid, my friend, is doing incredible and has been doing incredible things for artistry in itself. Live performance, concerts, in her incredible and beautiful way. Exposing the beauty of artistry as well out of Saint-Denis, France, but to the world. Follow Astrid's page. Griffin Shippey, thank you so much for joining us here. Barry Carroll, ladies and gentlemen, who will be our guest at 2 o'clock today. You know, we come at you back to back, at least 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern time every Sunday here in the U.S. But sometimes we add a 3 and 4 o'clock, you know, because like I said, we have the Indie Fam Positivity Posse here on Instagram is growing. And I even have received word that there have been international collaborations of artists. There is a project that they have never met face to face, but one of the artists was watching an episode of one of our previous guests. They connected as we beg you to do. Hit up these artists that have touch something in your soul during these episodes, and they're now collaborating through the I forgot to turn off my do not disturb. I'm sorry for that, but they're now collaborating through technology, creating artistry to share with us, and we can't wait to bring them on. I saw some people here that mentioned something. Fernanda Froes, my sister from Brazil, who is now in Mount Shasta, California, and all the incredible work. Oh, voice and a way to be heard all over the world. That's what it's about, sister. I love you, my friend. Can't wait for your episode that's coming up. One of the most incredible bass player performers that and people that I've had the opportunity to know in this lifetime. Yes. So, okay. Richard Bona, right on 17 at 7. Strid just let us know about Wayne and Richard Bona. That's right. Come on in here, y'all. Come on in here. So when I see the request from our guest today to join, I'm going to pull them right in. And once again, it's Tambra J and A Melo'D out of Greensboro, North Carolina. That's going to share their journey with us today. That's going to let us know what fuels their artistry. And what is the main thing that I know that all of us, especially what the world is into right now, is the positivity and the realism that artistry brings, okay, our guest is seeing. Let me send a request to see if I can do that. Let's see here. Let's try. Here we go. All right, it's not letting me invite. Okay, I can tell you what. Let's, if you can, A Melo'D, if you can see the icon there of the video camera, press that, I believe, and that is what will ask to request to join, I believe. And hey, Indie fam, we do this family style. A couple of you all have helped us out in the past couple of episodes. Put it on the feed. How do we make sure that sometimes if the technology doesn't do what technology is supposed to do, then we can make sure that our guests can come in. But I see you, City Lamar, our past guest out of Raleigh, North Carolina. What's happening, man? Keep giving us that incredible music you're giving us, man. And the post that you're giving, the artistry that's just continuing to be delivered through the beauty of City Lamar's music and artistry, is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. So I'm going to see if we were able to. Nope, it's still not letting me do the invite for A Melo'D. That's okay. We're going to get it worked out. We're going to get it worked out. What you can do, A Melo, let's see whatever way that you can send a request to be in the video. Maybe one of the icons there can send a request to be in the video. Or maybe, and you see how we're doing it, maybe just come out of my page again and come back in, and then I'll see that you have joined, and maybe it'll allow me to send you that request at that time. But hey, y'all, once again, we have some artists that are lined up to come through to you, where now we're about to broaden the artist genre of what we have. We've had some incredible musical guests, and we're going to continue to have the musical guests, such as Barry Carroll, who's coming on after our guest today, Tambra J and A Melo'D. And we have a culinary artist that's setting up in their kitchen, their commercial kitchen. It was going to take us through culinary artistry. What the artistry of cooking, of culinary is all about, and what it gives us. We have some comedians they're going to come on and give us their take of their journey in the world of comedy. which, as we know, comedy is a medicine for the soul, just like music. Art in itself is a medicine for the soul, you know. So we have it in store for you. We can't wait to bring it to you every time. Let's say all week, but then like a couple of hours before I go on with you on Sunday. I get that energy, that positive energy, you know, of we're about to go on with our artist community, y'all. And yes, that's right. That's right, Mikkel. Laughter is medicine. That's right. Laughter's medicine. Our artistry is medicine for our soul. And you know, positive, and those of you who have watched the Victor Brooks Show on Facebook too, you know that I'm about, our whole thing is positivity, man. Positivity posse. We're not saying that there's no negativity. That's life. There's negative and there's positive. That's the way it is. But it depends on the one that we feed. It's not easy. I have to check myself, I don't know how many times a day, to tune into that positivity that'll take us through. And when we connect with these artists and they give us their journey, they let us know maybe some have their ups and their downs of what it is that their journey of artistry has given them. It seems to all kind of wrap up in a bow of positivity that in these 24 hours, we have something we can smile about. There's a blessing to count. There's a reason to keep on keeping on. You know what I'm saying? And that's what artistry is all about. That's what it's about to me. I'm going to check again and see if we were able to connect with A Melo'D here. Nope, it's still not letting me do that. So, oh, here we go. Here we go. Technology, but we keep on keeping on, y'all. Thank y'all for coming today. Thank you, Indie Fam and Positivity Posse. All right.
Uh-oh.
There we go. I hear you.
There it is. There it is. Okay, see, I was trying to do it from my computer.
That's all right.
But apparently I got to do it from my phone.
No biggie.
But yes, how's it
Thank
going?
you for taking your time to join us today. The world is showing up. As I mentioned, we have artists now up to over 1,200 independent artists around the world who are part of this indie fam. And here today, we have Brazil represented. We got Chi-Town represented. We have one of my favorite production companies out of France is on here today. And, it gives me a pride to bring you on like other artists to hear about your journey. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you an extra pride. This is my cousin. This is my blood cousin. And as you can see, the smile, that's a smile of love and respect for my cousin and her journey and what she's doing. Talk to us, girl. How you doing? Where are you coming in from today?
Oh man, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Here in Goldsboro, North Carolina. I've been down here for about a year now, working for a traffic control company. But Tambra J she's not going to be able to join us today. She's in the process of getting ready to go and do some rehearsal for a runway show that she's got coming up. So she also does that. She's a model. She's been published internationally in different magazines as well. So she's got a lot of different modeling gigs coming up, and she's trying to get prepared for those today.
Excited.
But
and congratulations, Lady Tambra J, for all of the success of what you're doing. Keep on keeping on, and we can follow Tambra at sip_some_t, right?
That's correct, on Instagram, yeah. And also, if you go through there and check out any of the links that she has on her page, you can also follow some of her music it's on sale through any platform, iMusic, Apple Music, what else? iHeart, YouTube. So, we've got some stuff out there. We've got some collaboration stuff out there as well. So you can check it all out on any platform.
Out of sight. take us back. Where did your musical, and we're going to rap like I don't know, because I want the whole world to know why I'm so proud of the journey of your artistry and your evolution of artistry. But take us back to where your artistic journey began.
I'm going to tell you, it begins underneath the piano at church. My grandmother, who was the choir director, she played piano for the church. And I remember sitting underneath the piano and listening to the different songs that she would help to get arranged. And then my mother, of course, my mother has a beautiful, beautiful voice. And then different family get-togethers. One of the biggest memories that I have from childhood and listening to vocal instrumentation is from singing The Blessing at family get-togethers, and hearing how we would all just come together and all the different sounds and the different levels and octaves would come together. That was really one of the biggest inspirations for me. And growing up, not listening to very much secular music gave me the insight to hear the different sounds and to hear the harmonies and things like that. And then when the late 90s, when Missy Elliott and Timberland and, we had all of that going on, and Puff Daddy, then hearing that just hit, and then taking all of that stuff that I learned classically and trying to fuse that into hip hop and R&B and neo soul and gospel, and bringing it all together is where I come up with my concept and my sound, which is called A music, which means all things music. So there's not one particular genre that I can set myself in. I really try to bring it all together and make it flow and give it that flavor of each different sound, each different genre, in bits and pieces of each song that I try and write and put together. So, but it's definitely my family that was my inspiration. Listening to Julie and having Jackie playing at the piano, me and Buddy, singing, and all just mostly the family get-togethers, man. Family has always been my inspiration for music, and it's the love. It's a journey. It's an expression of not only your inner self, but the artistry and the deep feelings inside that you can't express any other way.
Right on. Hey, y'all, I told you, Indie fam, I told you today, and it's a thing that, like I said, when we scroll through, and I'm talking to the whole Indie Fam Positivity Posse now, our new family member today, Tambra J and A Melo'D, but it's when we scroll through and we see the sponsored ads or we see the clips when we're rolling through Indie Fam, we love what we hear, or if it's something that pulls us back through. But when we're able to sit and rap like we're doing now with our guest today, that's something else that adds to it. And now you see why. This is an episode that had to be given. And ever since, I got to tell you, Melo, as soon as that promo came up, that I started for first of all, much respect to the photography and the artistry of that shot. Fantastic shot,
Yeah.
And then it was the whole concept that you just gave us about coming from classically trained at a young age, and then melding it through to getting turned on to the 90s R&B hip hop scene. And then coming up with your own genre that you call A music, right? Now, when did it hit you to say, you know what? Shit, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm feeling that's a little different from that. When did it hit you to say, this is now my style I'm putting together right now?
I would have to say when Dangerously in Love came out, with Beyonce. Um, it was like a round that I could
Okay.
hear with the way that was put together. So it was really kind of then that I really started taking my time and trying to infuse the different genres together. Um, you can take a sample and you can add some stuff on top of it, but when you get down to the bottom of it, it's not about adding on top of, it's about adding
Right.
into. So taking the classical, taking the harmonic tones and the different the different timing, even down to the timing, and being able to mold something that's like 3/6 time into something that's 4/4 time, and still allow it to stay on beat, and being able to use those off harmonies to offset the regular what you would expect the sound to come next, and being able to take the mathematic equation of writing music, that A, B, C, and completely flipping it to using your L's, your M's, your N's and O's and P's.
Right on.
It's
Right
it's
on.
it's just about, taking everything and forming it into something that's one. But not only that it's one, it's also something that everyone can relate to and can feel, and put it into their personal life, and gain some positivity from it. Even if it's something that is emotionally sad, it still can help give the positivity that, okay, I'm not the
Yes.
only one that has felt
Yes.
this way.
That's right. That's right.
You know.
How important, come on now. How that out of sight, because your answer has given me it was like a whole mushroom of things that you just brought that I could go with, and I'm trying to stay because I want to know when it comes to artistry, how important do you feel artistry is to the world? To just the ingredient of artistry in everyday life of every person on this planet. What is artistry to you as an importance to the world?
Communication. It's communication. There are so many levels and different things where it can be very hard to convey your absolute feelings and express what's going on, whether it be things that are happening out in the world, overseas with the war that's going on, or things that happen at work, or a relationship between a mother and daughter, or a grandmother and grandchild. Being able to take music or even art and share that helps to bring connectivity. Being able to connect is what art and music does. It's bringing everybody together, whether we see it and feel it or not, but it's connection. And having that, having the ability to connect on a level that speaks volumes without
Mhm.
words, is very important in relationship and
That's right.
communication.
The whole process of artistry being that glue of communication, huh? Of maybe and
Yeah.
being able as an artist to maybe say some things that a whole group of people may not be able to say, or may feel that they don't
Yeah.
have the words to say, the heart to say, or whatever, then that artistry can put it together for them. Is an essence of what. And I see the lineup of people who are giving you this and the thumbs up and the yes, an agreement. And thank you all again who are able to join us live. I thank you so much. I know, our days are crazy, and Sundays are a day that's to ourselves. We can do what we want to do, right? So we know that the bigger audience is the recorded audience that watches it later in the week. And we thank you all who are able to join us on the recording as well. As long as you get the message of artistry, of positivity, and the journey of each of these artists, just as A Melo, who took her time to join us today, gives us on this platform. That's all we want to do. We want to send you away, y'all, in each episode with maybe something to think about, something that you agree with, that you, like A Melo just said, you don't feel alone as an artist. You know, and let me ask you something, Melo. When it comes to artistry, I know with me, we're one of the most sensitive creatures as artists on the planet. And at 56 years old, I realized that that's something that as an artist, I'm going to have for the rest of my life, okay? But you learn how to make it work, in essence, for what it is your artist message is all about. First of all, how did you deal with maybe, because a lot of emails that I get from artists are, you know, I'm so glad to be able to have a format like this because maybe I can come on and feel safe to talk about my art. I can feel safe that I'm not being judged because I always say this ain't American Idol, it's not The Voice, blah, 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 whatever. That has its place, but we're not here to judge. We're here to support artistry and the artist. What advice can you give an artist of how to, you know, no matter what age, because I just said I'm 56 or younger or whatever, to deal with that artistic sensitivity as it pertains to putting their art to the public? You know what I mean?
Well, you have to stay true to yourself, first and foremost. And it's not necessarily about putting it to the public or finding that market to send it to, because of the technology that we have now. You know, music is pretty much out there for everyone, and it's so much easier to gain access to. When it comes to how you feel about putting it out, the only person that it should matter to is you. And know and understand you're going to have haters. You're going to. There's going to be somebody that says, oh, I don't like it. Or, you know, there's going to be somebody that has something negative to say. But guess what? I bet you for all of those singular people that have something negative to say, you'll also have 7 to 10 more that will have something positive to say. Or I'll be able to relate to it or have somebody that they can share it with. And help them through whatever it is that they're going through. So at the end of the day, it's all about how you feel and what you believe, what your message is that you're trying to convey and get out there. And the only person that matters to is you. And your fans will follow.
Right on. Great advice. Great advice. And I co-sign 100% on every single thing. When it comes to independent artistry, what do you see the role of the independent artist is all about?
The role of the independent artist is being able to take those songs that are true and dear to you and not have them scrutinized or pushed to the back burner because of the larger musical platforms like your Sonys or your, you know, whoever it is that does the mass distribution and stuff like that. You have more say so on what you want your brand to be. You are your brand. Therefore, you get to do it the way you feel it should be put out there. And being independent gives you that. You don't have a whole board of people that you have to wait and get an answer from. You know, it's up to you, and it's on your time, and it's how you want it to come across. You know, not saying that you shouldn't take some time and sit back and put a plan together, but you have more freedom in how you get your message
There you
across.
go. You have it. There's a comment that just came up that said, "Oh my goodness, this young lady's in my head." See, that's what it's all about, y'all. This is why this platform is important, because we can come together as artists, specifically independent artists, but even artists in general, y'all. We're different ages, we're different genders, we speak different languages. When I got the email, Melo, that people were translating this show, they watch
Oh
it
yeah.
in their own country, I said,
Wow.
damn, that's what it's
Wow.
about, right? You know, and to hear because one thing I always like to relay to even artists who may be younger than I am, everybody's got a wisdom of their artistry. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can't judge someone's belief of their artistry and the lessons that they've learned, and just based on how long you may have been trying. I'm not talking about you personally, but I'm talking to the public in general.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and so when I hear an artist like you, Mello, who I know one thing I've always respected was your honesty. One thing I've always respected was your realism. And then you brought it to your musical platform of your style, which is that whole inclusiveness of the mellowness is what I'm going to call it right now, of the presentation of it. So I said, this journey has to be told. And what you're giving to the public right now, to the world right now, is exactly what it is that this platform is all about. What is the mission of your artistry, Mello? What do you want your artistry? What's the mission of your artistry?
Peace, inner peace. You know, I've been through a lot in my life, and there came a point in my life where I had to decide if I wanted to be a good person or not. And it was my art, and it was the music and the calm of it that gave me my answer. And it's about peace, inner peace, understanding yourself, being able to live with your grief, with your strife, with your happiness, with your tears, with your dreams, with your goals, with your sadness, and being able to come through it, however that may be, and still feel whole. So that's what I want my music to do.
Come on now. And when you look back on this, if you can see it now, this is what it's about. The agreement is still here. The fists are coming back. The hearts are there, because that's the soul of it. That's the realness of it. You bring the essence of yourself to your artistry, you know? And that's what I have always believed. I'm old school. I'm a dinosaur. And that's what was taught to us back in the day, that you've got to give yourself as best that you can, because it's not as comfortable. It wasn't comfortable for me to give all of me at a certain part of my life in my artistry. It just wasn't. I wasn't there yet. You dig? But as you just so perfectly put, it's something that has to be done in your artistic journey, because
Yeah,
the people will know. The people will feel it, you
yeah.
know?
They'll know. They'll know if you mean it or not. They'll know if you mean it or not. And it's got to be authentic, 100%, all the time. You can't come at it halfway. And that's one thing that I won't do. I cannot conform to a sound that someone else wants to make me have. I can only have my own sound, just like I can only be myself. You know, there back in the day, I had deals offered to me, but they wanted me to convey my physical appearance in a way that wasn't me. And I can't, you can't be true to yourself, the artistry, and to the music unless you can be true.
That's right. You can't be true to the artistry and the music unless you can be true. Daggone. I mean, we could put that, that's what's beautiful. Because see, we could put that on, we can apply that to a life, everyday life, what's the word? I got COVID brain here. But we could apply that to our daily self. That you've got to be, and look at Julie, you're right, truth, that's what it is. What do you, when you sit down to write, what fuels your passion of creativity? What do you fuel from? Are there, what do you pull from that creates a song for you?
Different things. Sometimes it's the sunshine. Sometimes it's the light around me, whether I'm in a dark space or a room with regular light. Colors. Maybe a situation that a friend was talking to me about and asked for advice on, or, it really depends on the song. Sometimes it's nothing at all. It's just automatic and instant, and there it is.
Right.
And then other times I have to sit back and process and really truly think about what it is that I want to be heard, not just said, but to be heard from what I have to say. So it really just, it depends on where I'm going with it. And
you are an artist 100%. 100%. Even in the description of your creating, of your artistry, it's pulling from here. It's pulling from things. It's pulling from everything of your sensory, and how you just explained it is, and I see all the agreements coming up with what exactly that is what it's about. For the fueling of what it is that you want to present. When I already know right now, it would be an honor for you to come back to, and I'm going to use the word honor because it would be an honor for you to come back on our format. But now your other indie fam around the world, family members, I'm going to take my indie fam commercial break again. Hey, y'all. You know why Victor Brooks says he does this show every single Sunday? I do it for this reason. Again, it's because artistry is probably the most important ingredient in this lifetime for this world and for this situation. Why? Because it gives a voice to either what we want to say or what a pocket of others want to say in this world, in this life. If you woke up this morning, and there was a time in my life I wouldn't call it blessing, but I call it blessing now. If you woke up this morning and you opened your eyes, you got two blessings to count already. Number one, you woke up. Number two, you opened your eyes. That right there in itself means you have a mission for something, even yourself, or for someone else, for the world. You did? So when we bring this format to you and we have an artist come on, such as Melo just gave us her mellowness today, and we're reminded of the importance, the necessity, the must-have of artistry. Come on, y'all. We're artists. This ain't a moment. This is a movement. This is what we are. This is who we are. Be proud of what you write. Be proud of the picture that you take. Be proud of the joke that you write in your comedic artistry. Be proud of whatever it is that your artistic expression gives the world. Why? Because it came from you. It didn't come from anybody else. And what Melo just said again today, you got to do you. Bottom line, you got to be you. You got to do you. This is why we're here on the Victor Brooks Show, Instagram, Indie Fam series, y'all. I see your amens. I see your right-on comments. I see the love you giving Mellow today, and tag on right. Woo! I got these going on, fam. This is the passion for me. I want to bring artists together.
Yeah.
I want us to, okay, I understand the important, when we used to do talent shows back in the 80s and stuff, there's a competition thing that happens, but it's a fun, supportive competition, usually or supposedly that it should be. But we can't knock each other down, y'all. This is a support mechanism. We're artists. We're the same family. How do you feel about that, Melo, when we talk about the support of artists to artists that we give each other?
Well, there was a guy that trained me in the job that I'm currently doing. He would always say this one little thing, and ever since he said it, it stuck with me, and I've applied it to everything in every aspect of my life. If I have time to put somebody down, I've got time to pick them up.
Come on.
Which one am I going to choose to do?
Right.
I'm going to pick them up.
That's right. That's right. If you got time to put somebody down, y'all, we got time to pick them up. Especially another artist. Especially another artist.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's not, and you know what I always say, and I think I might start putting it on a t-shirt or something. It's not better than, it's different than. It's not better than, y'all, it's different than. Because my thing is different from your expression of artistry. We might be saying the same thing, artist, but you may paint it. I may write it. But even if another person writes the same thing I'm saying, I'm writing it in my way. You write it in yours. As long as we're saying the same thing that supports and gives and needs to be said.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know? Oh my goodness, please, Melo. Please tell us about the Tambra J A Melo'D project. Please tell us about Tambra J, the whole thing of what's going on.
We are currently working on our EP. Unfortunately, it should have been out by now, but I have been so consumed with work, and it's really been kind of stressful because we were hoping to have it out at the end of February, but we're still currently in production stage of it. We've got just a couple of more songs to lay down, but once we get those done and mixed and mastered, you will get to hear the EP, Tambra J and A Melo'D, the EP Volume 1. And it's amazing because Tambra, in her own right, has her own artistry and her own soul and her own conveyance of music and the way it comes to her. And then, of course, me, myself. But when we put it together, I'm trying to tell you, it's orgasmic, to say the least. You know, it really is, because there are even some points in it where you can't tell who's singing what. You know, it's that together. So we're hoping to have everything finalized and completed by, I want to say, March. Wait here. May. Okay. by May sometime. Yeah. So hopefully we'll have all of that out. Probably I want to say by the end of May at the latest. But this project has really allowed us to dig deep into not only our personal selves, but also our marriage. You know, and relationship in itself can at times be struggle, and being able to express and communicate and go through different situations in a marriage. You know, nothing's always perfect, but it's all about how you want the end goal to be. You know, how you can take that time to sit back and come together with the love that you have not only experienced together, but decided upon. You made a conscious decision to be together. So how do we make sure that all of this is staying in one place, and how are we connecting and not only showing the love that we have for each other, but also to our children and the generations that will come behind us. So that's what we hope that people will get from it, is that they can see that, it's not always peaches and cream, but hey, sometimes it's just a matter of going back to the store and getting some more peaches and cream because you just don't have them right now at the moment, So it never stops. It never stops. And it's about togetherness.
That's right. It's about togetherness. Much respect. And that is right. You had me laugh from my gut just now, because if that wasn't the one of the most positive statements of keeping it together, just go back to the store and get some more peaches and some more cream, and let's come back and let's mix it up again. That's right. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. So you and your wife have been able to work together, to artistically create together, to build this whole artistic branding together. What has that journey been like, together?
Definitely. I mean, it's been serendipitous, to say the least. Again, there's conveyance of emotion and love, and then there's the conveyance of knowing the differences and being able to take them and not have them clash, but come together in order to be beneficial and used for productivity instead of hindrances. And life is life. Life always happens, and life gets in the way of everything. But being able to just take that time sometimes and take a moment and take a breather and take a step back and then come back together and make it so authentically perfect and beautiful, and showing those rays of light that whether it's building on the fire or trying to keep the fire from going out. It's all about coming back together and finding that strength, and it has been an awesome journey, and it will continue to be. No story's perfect, but stories are never ending. They're never ending. So it's just all about figuring out what we want to put in the next chapter and trying to make the next chapter better than the last.
Well, you know what, Melo? Please keep us posted on your artistic chapter. You got an indie fam here internationally. We want to know when the project is ready to go. Please come back and let's do a blast on that. These episodes, I let everyone know, we don't just keep it, we're not going to just keep it on the Instagram feed. We're now learning how to edit it and transfer it to YouTube, Dropboxing, because we want our mission is not just to let it stop here at Instagram. This is the fuel. These are the embers that we're burning every Sunday, the beautiful embers of the beautiful stories and journey of the artist. But everything that we have here, of course, with the artist's permission that we bring on, we're trying to blast the world. We're sending it everywhere that we believe production companies, booking agencies, whoever, that can sit there and not just know the music and the artistry of these artists. Our mission is to send the blast, So we're learning how to do that, to take this Instagram to, recordings to YouTube, and then how do we email them to whatever? And that's our next step of a mission. So Melo, much love, much respect to your artistry, to your journey, to what you're giving the world. We must have it. I'm not going to say we need it. We've got to have what you're giving, because it's got to do, it gives us what we need as a public, but then it gives artist to artist that reminder that, hey, y'all, this is who we are. And when we heard your story today, Melo, and the journey of you and Lady Tambra J, your wife, and your connection, your journey, both marriage journey and artistic journey together, it's what we need. Thank you so much for coming on here today.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're welcome. Thanks for having me on. Thank you for
Is there
having me
any
on.
last thing?
But yes, I will keep you updated on how that's coming out. And Tambra she's got a video that's getting ready to drop pretty soon for one of her songs that she's got coming out. So I will definitely keep everybody posted on all of the new music videos and modeling that will be coming
out of
up,
sight.
so.
Follow the page, y'all. This is your new indie fan member, A Melo'D, and also representing the Lady Tambra J. The Instagram sites are on the feed, but you please give it to us again before we get out of here.
Sip_some, SUM_T for Tambra J, and for me it is AMELOD
right on
12. So, and that's our Instagram. And again, you can find our music and definitely Tambra J's music on any platform. iMusic, Apple Music, YouTube, Spotify. All you got to do is look it up, Tambra J and A Melo'D.
Much love, much respect, fam. We'll keep you posted. Please keep us posted.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Well, Indie fam, that was another one. We have a new family member. We're going to keep bringing you these new family members of all genres of artistry. Because that's what it's all about, y'all. And like I said before, yeah, there's competition. Competition can be a good thing. It can help you kick up your game or whatever. But as long as we keep it in perspective that we're artists. If one artist is doing an artistic expression, another artist is doing another artistic expression, it may be different expressions, but we're still artists. We're still creating something from seemingly nothing to give to the world and to feed ourselves as well. I love you, artists. I respect your artistry. Keep sending me your emails. Keep contacting me, and let's schedule these dates to put on. As you know, hey, and like I said, I didn't even know there was a thing that you wouldn't, they say you have as many followers. Well, no. You're following as many people that are following you. I don't even look at the numbers of that. If I see something that feeds my soul, I'm following that artist, and I encourage you to do the same exact thing. Don't get caught up in the hoopla stuff. It's enough of that. It's enough of that. If an artist feeds your soul, if you scroll through and see a poetry post that fed your soul, follow the artist. Find out where you can find more of that food that they just gave your soul at that moment. Oh, much love and much respect, artists, and come on back. We will be right back at you in just in about 10 or 15 minutes with Brother Barry Carroll out of Youngstown, Ohio. Let me tell you something, y'all. It's going to be another fantastic episode, and you'll meet another member of your indie fam from around the world. Much love, much respect, and come on back and get some of that positivity on you. Take a bath in it, take a shower in it, scuba dive in it, skinny dip in it if you want to, but just jump in that pool of positivity, and when you come out, sprinkle it on as many people as you can, because that's what it's all about. And we'll see you next time on the Victor Brooks Show, Indie Fam Instagram Live.